Did you know about global food waste levels? Each year, nearly 1 billion metric tons of food goes to waste across the globe, a staggering figure that highlights a major issue in our society. Surprisingly, households are responsible for about 61% of this waste. This means that in our own kitchens, millions of fruits, vegetables, and entire meals are discarded instead of being consumed. Why is this happening? One reason is overbuying or misunderstanding expiration dates, leading many of us to throw away perfectly good food. Additionally, leftovers often go uneaten because they aren't properly stored or simply forgotten in the fridge. Not only does this waste contribute to overflowing landfills, but it also affects our environment as decomposing food produces greenhouse gases. By being mindful of our purchasing habits and embracing creative ways to use leftovers, we can help reduce this massive waste. How can you contribute to the solution? This might surprise you. Mantises are aerial snipers. Often misunderstood as mere garden pests, mantises are among the most efficient predators in the insect world. These remarkable creatures rely on their incredible camouflage, blending in seamlessly with twigs or leaves to ambush unsuspecting prey. Equipped with compound eyes that consist of thousands of visual units, mantises can perceive their environment in 3 dimensions, allowing them to detect even the faintest movements. When an insect comes into their sights, mantises initiate a fascinating hunting strategy. They slow their heart rate, stabilizing their bodies as they focus on their target, before executing a lightning-fast strike that takes only 40 milliseconds. Their spiked forelegs function like advanced traps, achieving an impressive capture rate of over 90%. Some species showcase jaw-dropping agility, snatching flying insects mid-air with astonishing accuracy. Evolution has blessed mantises with all the tools for a skillful predator: masterful camouflage, excellent stillness, sharp vision, and quick reflexes. These tiny hunters remind us that in nature, size doesn't dictate skill. Did you know Monopoly's orange properties are landing hotspots? Statistically speaking, St. James Place, Tennessee Avenue, and New York Avenue are the places where many players find themselves after being released from jail. This phenomenon occurs because rolling 2 dice produces specific outcomes, and a sum of 6 or 8 is the most common result. When players exit jail, they roll the dice and move their tokens based on the results. Since the orange properties sit just a few spaces away from the jail, it's no surprise they frequently become the first stops after a player's release. Land on these spots, and you might be faced with hefty rent, especially if your friends have built houses or hotels there. This little twist makes the game more exciting, as players strategize not just about buying properties, but also about their risky decisions in jail. Did you know that Frankenstein's creature eats differently? In Mary Shelley's classic novel, Frankenstein, the creature reveals its unique diet, declaring, "My food is not that of man. I do not destroy the lamb and the kid to glut my appetite. Acorns and berries afford me sufficient nourishment." This fascinating quote highlights the creature's connection to nature and its rejection of humanity's violent tendencies. Unlike most people who hunt or farm for food, the creature thrives on humble meals like acorns and berries, symbolizing its innocence and longing for acceptance. This twist not only sets the creature apart from humans, but also emphasizes themes of isolation and the search for identity. Shelley's choice to give the creature a plant-based diet raises questions about what it truly means to be human. Is it our food choices that define us, or is it our actions and intentions? Seals have a unique sleeping style. What's their secret? When they catch some Z's in the ocean, they don't completely turn off like we do. Instead, they shut down only half of their brain, while the other half stays awake and alert. This astonishing survival strategy allows them to keep an eye out for any lurking predators. Have you ever thought about how many dangers are around when seals are dozing off in the water? With sharks and orcas nearby, sleeping with one eye open really makes sense. This clever method of resting ensures they can respond quickly if a threat appears. Seals gently float near the surface, balancing their need for sleep and safety. If you think about it, this ability showcases the wonders of evolution, helping these fascinating creatures survive in their often perilous aquatic environment. So, Next time you spot a seal napping on a rock or bobbing in the water, remember the incredible brain power behind their snooze. How cool is it that they have adapted this way to live in such a risky habitat? Prepare to be amazed by unbelievably chilling. What was the Judas chair? This medieval device, ominously known as the chair of torture, was created to instill fear and extract confessions from its victims. Imagine a large, sinister chair covered with between 500 to 2,500 sharp spikes, each one eager to pierce the skin of anyone unfortunate enough to sit in it. Straps secured the person tightly in place, ensuring escape was nearly impossible. What's even more harrowing is that the Judas chair could be heated, transforming this horrific instrument of torture into a blazing ordeal. Often wielded by tyrants, it became synonymous with intimidation during the bleak episodes of the Middle Ages, when authorities deemed extracting confessions necessary. Victims endured this agonizing experience, hoping to elicit valuable information or a confession to alleged crimes. Though the use of the Judas chair has long been abolished, the mere thought of such a device serves as a chilling reminder of the lengths people went to in their pursuit of the truth. Thankfully, modern justice embraces fair practices and humane methods instead. Believe it or not, Lakoic hats are real dogs. These unconventional canines are known for their sparse, coarse fur, especially on their faces, giving them a strikingly unique appearance. With features that sometimes resemble mythological creatures or even characters from horror stories. Lakoic hats stand out in the canine world. This distinctive look often turns heads and sparks conversations among dog lovers and curious onlookers alike. But their appeal isn't just about aesthetics. Lakoic hats have charming personalities to match their unusual looks. They are often described as playful, affectionate, and intelligent, making them wonderful companions. Despite their somewhat mysterious aura, many people find themselves drawn to these quirky dogs, either as potential pet owners or as fascinated admirers. This alluring combination of unique appearance and engaging temperament ensures that Lakoic hats are not just a passing curiosity, but rather a beloved breed for those who appreciate the extraordinary. So, are you ready to learn more about these enchanting dogs? Guess what really drives pet recovery efforts? Noside is an innovative app that helps reunite lost dogs with their owners by using the unique nose prints of each pup, just like human fingerprints. Each dog has a one-of-a-kind nose print made up of ridges and patterns that can be easily recorded through a simple photo on the app. When a dog goes missing, the owner can quickly submit their pet's nose print to Noside, and the app will search its database to see if any matches have been found. This revolutionary technology not only boosts the chances of finding lost pets, but also builds a community of pet lovers who are dedicated to helping one another. Imagine an entire network of dog owners coming together to ensure that every lost pup has a fighting chance to get back home. Isn't it amazing how we can use technology to strengthen the bond between pets and their humans? Guess what really drives detective fiction's origins? The first full-length detective novel, The Notting Hill Mystery, emerged from the mind of Charles Warren Adams. This intriguing work not only set the stage for the entire genre, but also carried an ironic twist. Its creator was allegedly involved in fraudulent activities. Picture this. While Adams was crafting tales of mystery and sleuthing, he simultaneously navigated the murky waters of white-collar crime. This dual life paints a fascinating picture of a man who, either through irony or inspiration, invented a new literary world, filled with clever detectives and baffling mysteries. How could someone caught in the realm of deception be the one to invent a genre focused on unmasking crime? This captivating contrast highlights the complexities of human nature and our fascination with the enigmatic world of criminals and detectives. Adams's work remains a reminder that even the most seemingly straightforward stories can harbor unexpected truths. Is it really true that pistachios can catch fire? While it might sound shocking, pistachios, along with other nuts like peanuts and walnuts, are indeed at risk of spontaneous combustion when stored in large amounts. This curious phenomenon happens primarily when nuts are improperly stored, especially in warm, humid conditions. As these nuts age, Natural oils within them can break down and start to generate heat. If the temperature gets high enough, the nuts can ignite without any outside spark. Storing your nuts in cool, dry places can greatly reduce this risk. It's not just pistachios that are affected. Sunflower seeds, cashews, and Brazil nuts can also be susceptible. So the next time you store a big bag of your favorite nuts, remember to keep them safe and sound. Who knew your snack stash could pose a fire hazard? Staying aware of how to properly store nuts can not only keep your pantry safe, but also preserve their freshness and flavor. Are you ready to check your nut storage practices? Ever wonder about Earth's mysterious inner core? Deep within our planet lies a dazzling realm of iron and nickel, where temperatures soar hotter than the surface of the sun. This is Earth's inner core, and it's not just sitting there quietly. It has a secret twist. The inner core actually spins slightly faster than the surface we walk on. This fascinating phenomenon is called superrotation. Researchers believe that this quickened rotation comes from the unique relationship between the inner core and Earth's magnetic field. As the inner core spins, it influences the motion of molten iron surrounding it, impacting our planet's magnetic forces. This relationship might seem small, but it plays a huge role in shaping the magnetic field that protects us from harmful solar radiation. The dynamics of the inner core offer clues about geological processes, like how earthquakes occur and how heat escapes from the center of the Earth. So while we go about our daily lives, this fiery core is on the move, reminding us that there's so much more happening beneath our feet. What if I told you Spielberg's clever secret for authenticity? In a surprising move during the making of Saving Private Ryan, director Steven Spielberg decided to exclude actor Matt Damon from the pre-production boot camp that the rest of the cast attended. This was a deliberate tactic to create genuine resentment among the soldiers toward Damon's character, Private Ryan. By isolating Damon, Spielberg wanted the cast to forge deeper bonds as they trained together, while unknowingly building animosity towards the character they felt they were risking their lives for. This strategy added a layer of realism to the film, enhancing performances and making the soldiers' mission feel even more urgent and personal. The result is a powerful anti-war film that resonates with audiences, showing the lengths that filmmakers can go to create an authentic emotional experience. Isn't it fascinating how behind-the-scenes choices can shape a film's impact? Is it really true that North Dakota is the least educated state? Yes, it's true. North Dakota has the lowest percentage of residents with a college degree in the entire United States, currently standing at a surprising 19%. This statistic attracts attention, especially in comparison to states where college graduation rates are much higher. Several factors contribute to this low percentage. For instance, North Dakota's smaller population and a robust job market that favors blue-collar work, such as farming and oil extraction, mean that many residents prioritize immediate employment over higher education. Moreover, the state's remote location and harsh climate can deter potential students from pursuing degrees. Yet despite these challenges, North Dakota thrives on a culture that values practical skills, ensuring its workforce is well prepared for the demands of the local economy. While the number of college graduates may be low, the strong work ethic and resilience among residents create a unique dynamic. The question remains, will North Dakota take steps to enhance educational opportunities and further empower its economy? What if I told you about the Mandela effect? This fascinating psychological phenomenon occurs when large groups of people share false memories, believing events happened differently than they really did. A classic example involves the beloved children's book series, which many incorrectly remember as the Berenstain Bears, instead of the correct title, The Berenstain Bears. This widespread confusion can stem from similar sounds or images that trick our brains into recalling the wrong details. The Mandela effect gets its name from the late Nelson Mandela. Some people mistakenly thought he died in prison in the 1980s, even though he was released and went on to become South Africa's president. Our memories are more malleable than we think, shaped by cultural influences and collective thought. So the next time you feel nostalgic about how things used to be, consider whether it's the real deal or a case of the Mandela effect. Did you know about the giant Klenka Atlas? This enormous book is one of the largest in the world, towering at 1.75 meters tall and stretching 1.9 meters wide. It's so heavy that it takes at least 6 people to carry it. Originally gifted to King Charles II in 1660 by the Dutch merchant Johannes Klenke, this incredible atlas contains 41 maps from the 7th century. These maps illustrate parts of Europe and South Asia, providing a fascinating glimpse into the geographical knowledge of that time. You can see how much understanding of the world has changed over the centuries. The Klenke Atlas is not just a book, it's a historical treasure that tells us about exploration, trade, and how our planet was viewed back then. Imagine flipping through its gigantic pages and discovering the mysteries of the 17th century world. Isn't it amazing to think about what secrets this atlas holds? Did you know Apollo 11 astronauts faced quarantine? After landing safely back on Earth, the crew members of Apollo 11, comprised of Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, went through an unusual 21-day quarantine. This precaution was taken to ensure that they did not unintentionally bring back any unknown lunar microbes from the moon. At that time, people were genuinely concerned about the possibility of extraterrestrial life forms, even if they weren't sure what such life would look like. To keep things safe, the astronauts were confined in a special mobile quarantine facility, which looked like a science lab on wheels. During this period, scientists closely monitored their health, gathered samples, and conducted research to ensure both the crew and the public were protected. This quarantine highlighted the cautious thinking of scientists and government officials in the early space age. It's fascinating how the history of space exploration shaped our understanding of potential new life. What if those microbes were harmful? Thankfully, everything turned out fine, but it certainly makes us wonder about the risks of exploring the unknown. What if I told you cars are less popular now? Despite an increase in household car ownership from 2015 to 2022, the number of vehicles on American roads has actually decreased over the past 30 years. This unexpected trend indicates a significant shift in how families perceive car ownership. Many households that once had multiple vehicles are now settling for just 1 or 2 cars. A major factor driving this change is the rise of ride-sharing services like Uber and Lyft, which provide convenient alternatives to owning an extra vehicle. Additionally, urban living is evolving as more people choose to reside in cities with easily accessible public transportation. Environmental concerns also play a vital role. Many individuals are becoming more mindful of their carbon footprint and seek sustainable options. Interestingly, younger generations, valuing experiences over material possessions, are rethinking the necessity of car ownership altogether. With these dramatic changes in mind, it raises an intriguing question. What does the future hold for American roads and our evolving relationship with automobiles? Believe it or not, birds can sleep while flying. Some remarkable species like swifts have developed this incredible ability to catch Z's in midair. These birds can stay airborne for days, which is perfect for their long migrations. Imagine soaring thousands of miles over oceans and landscapes while still getting the rest you need. This adaptation is essential for their survival. It helps them avoid predators and keeps them on course without needing to land frequently. Swifts can enter a state called unihemispheric slow-wave sleep, meaning only one half of their brain sleeps at a time while the other half remains alert. This amazing capability allows them to navigate and spot potential dangers, ensuring they stay safe even when resting. Isn't it fascinating how nature has equipped some birds with such extraordinary skills? Their ability to blend rest and travel showcases the wonders of evolution. Is it really true that cement can be a prank? Joseph Aston, the brilliant inventor of Portland cement, certainly thought so. In a clever twist that showcased his innovative creation, Aston decided to pull a prank on his competitors. He secretly constructed a sidewalk using his new type of cement, confident that its impressive strength would hold up under the test of time and foot traffic. Week after week, people walked over the sidewalk without realizing it was part of Aston's clever ploy. Finally, after weeks of use, Aston revealed his secret, demonstrating just how durable and reliable his Portland cement truly was. This playful yet bold move not only highlighted the quality of his invention, but also outsmarted his rivals. proving that a little creativity can go a long way in the competitive world of construction materials. What if I told you iron is essential for life? Iron, with its atomic number of 26, is a fascinating element that holds a crucial place in our world. Found abundantly in Earth's crust and core, iron is not just a building block for construction and industry. It's vital for our very existence. This metal's nucleus, containing 26 protons, makes it a powerhouse in various applications. One of its most important roles is in our blood, where it forms an essential part of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the protein responsible for carrying oxygen throughout our bodies, allowing us to breathe and energize our cells. Without iron, our bodies would struggle to function properly, leading to fatigue and other serious health issues. Moreover, iron's versatility makes it a key material in manufacturing countless everyday items, from cars to buildings. Understanding iron's importance not only highlights its industrial value, but also reveals how deeply intertwined it is with our biology. So next time you think about metals, remember how iron plays a role in both the earth and your very own body. Hard to believe, but peanuts aren't actually nuts. Peanuts belong to the legume family, which includes lentils and chickpeas, and they grow underground inside a pod. This unique growing method sets them apart from traditional nuts like almonds and hazelnuts, which grow on trees. Originating from South America, peanuts have traveled the globe and become a favorite snack and ingredient in many cuisines. You'll find them in everything from creamy peanut butter to crunchy snacks, and even in savory Asian dishes. The flavor and versatility of peanuts have made them not just delicious, but also a staple in many diets. Besides being tasty, peanuts are packed with protein, healthy fats, and essential vitamins and minerals, making them a great choice for anyone seeking nutritious options. Isn't it fascinating how something so common can have such an interesting background? Did you know the White House had a shocking fear? When electricity was introduced to the White House in 1891, it was a groundbreaking moment, but not everyone welcomed it with open arms. President Benjamin Harrison and his wife Caroline were particularly apprehensive about this newfangled technology, fearing the potential danger of electrocution. Despite the modern convenience of electric lighting, they flatly refused to touch the light switches. Instead, the staff took on the task of managing the lights, which often resulted in lights being left on overnight. This quirky situation highlights how even the nation's leaders were sometimes cautious about emerging technologies. Imagine staff members rushing around, switching lights on and off to ensure the safety of their president and first lady. Today, we can hardly imagine a world without electricity, but back then, even a simple light switch was a source of anxiety. Why exactly does Apple's iPhone dominate the world? By 2019, Apple had sold over 1 billion iPhones, which means that about 1 in every 8 people on Earth owned one. This staggering number showcases the immense popularity of smartphones, especially the iPhone, in our daily lives. Imagine 1 billion of these devices in pockets, bags, and hands all around the globe. The iPhone has changed how we communicate, connect, and even work, making it more than just a phone. It's a central hub for countless activities. Apple's sleek design and user-friendly interface have captivated many, along with innovative features like high-quality cameras and powerful apps. As people increasingly rely on smartphones for everything from social media to banking, it's no wonder the iPhone has become a household name. With such widespread adoption, what do you think the next big jump in smartphone technology will be? Ever thought about why moon shadows are so dark? On the lunar surface, shadows are strikingly darker than those we experience on Earth. This fascinating phenomenon happens because the moon lacks an atmosphere to diffuse sunlight. Without this atmospheric scattering, sunlight creates bold, deep shadows that can severely limit visibility for astronauts exploring the terrain. Imagine walking in an area where shadows seem to swallow up everything around you. Even more intriguing is that footprints left by astronauts during the Apollo missions can last for millions of years on the moon. Why? There are no natural elements like wind or rain to wear them away, preserving human traces for eons. So, the next time you look up at the night sky, remember that those dark patches you see are shadows that tell a story of exploration, stark environments, and the incredible durability of our marks on the cosmos. Is it really true that Hammurabi shaped our laws? The Code of Hammurabi, created by the Babylonian king Hammurabi around 1754 BCE, is one of the earliest and most comprehensive written legal codes we know of. This remarkable document consists of 282 laws etched into a giant stone stele, covering nearly every aspect of society, from trade and property rights to family matters and punishments. Perhaps one of its most famous principles is lex talionis, or the law of retaliation, which suggests that a punishment should fit the crime. However, it's important to note that this principle didn't apply equally to everyone. The consequences of actions varied significantly depending on a person's social class. This ancient code not only governed daily life in Mesopotamia, but also laid the groundwork for legal systems in many cultures that followed, influencing the very idea of justice throughout history. How did such a simple idea of fairness grow into the complex laws we have today? Have you ever wondered about ancient eyeglasses? In their earliest forms, eyeglasses were quite simple and lacked the arms we know today. These rudimentary designs had to be carefully balanced on the nose, which made them rather tricky to use. Over centuries, however, the technology behind eyewear advanced significantly. The introduction of frames and adjustable arms transformed how these glasses sat on our faces, making them much more practical. Today, modern eyeglasses come with prescription lenses tailored to individual needs, helping millions of people correct their vision problems. This evolution wasn't just about convenience. It transformed lives, allowing better reading, driving, and enjoying the beauty of the world. With the ongoing development of new materials and designs, including stylish frames and lightweight options, eyeglasses have become an essential accessory in our daily lives, blending fashion with function. Isn't it fascinating to see how something as simple as a pair of glasses has evolved to serve such an important role today? Can you imagine sailors wearing gold earrings? In the past, many sailors decorated their ears with gold earrings, convinced that these shiny accessories would somehow enhance their eyesight. This intriguing belief was rooted in the superstitions and customs of seafaring cultures. Sailors often faced perilous journeys across unpredictable oceans, where sharp sight could mean the difference between life and death. The idea was that gold had special properties, perhaps even magical ones, which could help them spot land or avoid danger. Beyond a practical purpose, these earrings were also a symbol of wealth and experience among sailors. It was a way for them to display their adventures and the hardships endured at sea. So next time you see a gold earring, remember that for sailors, it was more than just fashion. It was a hopeful charm against the vast unknown. Why do Japanese cities hire friend actors? In Japan, some cities have embraced a unique approach to combat loneliness by offering services where actors can be hired to play the roles of family members, friends, or even romantic partners. This trend stems from a growing awareness of the isolation many people experience in bustling urban settings. As communities become more fast-paced and technology-driven, the need for genuine human connection has never been more important. By providing actors to fill these roles, cities aim to help individuals feel less lonely and cultivate a sense of belonging. Imagine sharing a meal with someone who listens and cares, or participating in family gatherings with actors who know just how to make you feel special. This innovative service not only offers companionship, but also highlights the importance of emotional support in our increasingly solitary lives. Who knew that hiring a friend could make such a difference? Prepare to be amazed by penguin poop accuracy. Researchers have discovered that these adorable birds can actually launch their feces up to 4 feet with stunning precision. This unique ability has led to funny comparisons of penguins being like feathered snipers. Why do they do this? Well, it's all about defending their territory and keeping things clean in their crowded colonies. When a penguin needs to send a clear message to a rival or simply wants to avoid mess, it uses this poop launching skill. With their specialized muscles and precise aim, they can hit targets with surprising accuracy. It's not just a quirky fact, it's a fascinating insight into their behavior. Next time you see a penguin waddling around, you might just think twice about where you stand. Isn't it incredible how nature equips these creatures with such unusual talents? Can you imagine that gravity varies on Earth? Incredibly, the strength of gravity isn't the same everywhere. It's influenced by the concentration of mass in different regions of our planet. For example, areas that lie closer to the Earth's core experience a slightly stronger gravitational pull. This happens because the Earth's core is dense and has a lot of mass, so its gravitational force is more pronounced. Conversely, places further away from the core, like mountain ranges or regions with less dense rock, might feel a weaker gravitational pull. This variation can even be measured using sensitive instruments. In fact, scientists have found that our gravitational strength can change by small amounts depending on where you stand. So next time you think about gravity, remember it's not a one-size-fits-all force. It can vary right beneath your feet. Can you believe we discover new species every year? Each year, scientists reveal amazing surprises about Earth's biodiversity by identifying new species, some of which we might never have imagined. Researchers travel to far-off rainforests, deep oceans, and even urban areas, searching for undiscovered life forms. For instance, in the past few years, biologists discovered peculiar creatures like the pink fairy armadillo and a dazzling new species of orchid. This ongoing exploration not only adds to our understanding of nature, but also highlights the importance of protecting habitats where these unique species live. With over 8 million species thought to exist, many are still waiting to be found. Each discovery offers insights into ecosystems, evolution, and the delicate balance of life, reminding us that the world is full of surprises just around the corner. Hard to believe, but MySpace once ruled the internet. Founded in 2003, MySpace quickly climbed to the top of the social media ladder, becoming the most visited social networking site in the world by 2005. During its peak, it even attracted more visitors than Google in the United States. The platform was a trendsetter, allowing users to create custom profiles, share music, and connect with friends in a way that had never been seen before. In 2005, it was sold for a staggering $580 million, a testament to its explosive growth and popularity. However, as new platforms like Facebook emerge, MySpace struggled to maintain its lead. Ultimately, it serves as a reminder of how rapidly the digital landscape can shift. Today, while MySpace's glory days may be behind it, it paved the way for the social media experiences that shape our lives today. What do you think contributed to its decline? Have you heard about dogs as social catalysts? Dogs are more than just lovable pets. They're also amazing at bringing people together. Research shows that having a dog around can create a relaxed atmosphere, making it easier for strangers to strike up conversations. When you take your dog for a walk, you'll likely see people approach you to ask about your dog's breed or comment on how adorable they are. This simple interaction helps to break the ice and makes socializing feel less intimidating. In fact, studies suggest that the presence of dogs can significantly improve the mood of a gathering, whether it's at a park, on the street, or even at events like picnics. They often act as a bridge between individuals, encouraging new friendships and connections. Plus, the joy and laughter that dogs bring can lighten the mood during awkward moments. So next time you're out and about with your furry friend, remember how they help enhance social interactions and create a sense of community. How does your dog help you make new friends? Most people don't know this, but electric stoves were feared. In the 19th century, when electric stoves first appeared, many viewed this shiny new appliance with skepticism. Imagine a kitchen where food was cooked without the comforting sight of dancing flames. This was a radical shift, and some individuals even went so far as to believe that electric stoves operated through black magic or were connected to ghostly forces. The idea of using electricity as a cooking power seemed mysterious and unsettling to those accustomed to traditional wood and coal stoves. This fear wasn't just about the technology. It reflected a deeper anxiety about the rapid changes brought by the Industrial Revolution. Over time, as people learned more about electricity, their fear turned into fascination, paving the way for electric stoves to become a staple in modern kitchens. Isn't it interesting how technology can shift from terror to household essential? Prepare to be amazed by 228 jumps in seconds. A young man recently achieved an incredible feat by completing 228 jumps in just about 2.30 seconds, setting a new record that has everyone talking. It's hard to grasp how someone can jump so many times in such a short span, but this remarkable performance showcases not just stamina, but also extraordinary coordination and agility. Picture it, the rapid rhythm of his feet hitting the ground, each leap pushing him into the air with precision. Achievements like these inspire all of us to challenge our limits, showing that with practice and dedication, we can accomplish things that seem almost impossible. Athletes train for years to master their skills, and moments like this spark excitement and curiosity around what's possible in sports. What other records could be broken by determined individuals? Here's a wild fact about medical diagnoses. Terms like moron, imbecile, and idiot were once considered legitimate medical diagnoses for individuals with intellectual disabilities, and shockingly, this practice continued until the 1970s. During the late 19th and early 20th centuries, experts used these terms as a way to categorize cognitive functioning. Moron signified mild intellectual disability, imbecile indicated moderate disabilities, and idiot referred to profound disabilities. At that time, the medical community believed that these classifications helped identify different levels of support needed. However, as awareness around human rights and mental health grew, professionals began to understand how harmful and stigmatizing these labels could be. This shift in perspective led to the abandonment of such terms, marking a significant progression in our understanding of intellectual disabilities. Today, we focus on more respectful and accurate terminology, recognizing the dignity and individuality of every person. Can you believe how far our understanding has come? Ever thought about why floors squeak? In 17th century Japan, a fascinating innovation emerged known as nightingale floors. These specially designed floors were created for temples and castles, serving as a clever security measure against intruders. The ingenious design involved wooden planks that were meant to creak and squeak whenever someone stepped on them. This noise acted as an alert system, warning the residents of potential danger. Imagine walking through a peaceful temple, and suddenly the floor lets out a chirp. This feature made it much harder for thieves and attackers to sneak in unnoticed. The nightingale floors not only enhanced security, but also showcased the craftsmanship of Japanese architects at that time. The beautiful temples and grand castles are a testament to their ingenuity, blending art and function. So the next time you hear a floorboard creak, think of those clever designs from centuries ago. Did you know aimless wandering is illegal in Hilia? In this quirky Florida city, a law classifies wandering without a clear purpose as a misdemeanor. The mindset behind this unusual regulation seems aimed at reducing loitering, but it paints a humorous picture of local police actively enforcing it. Imagine the officers patrolling the streets, game faces on, ticket books ready, waiting for someone to stroll aimlessly. Whether you're a resident or just visiting, you might want to adopt a more purposeful stride to avoid any awkward run-ins with law enforcement. It makes you think twice before taking that leisurely walk without a destination in mind. So the next time you find yourself taking a scenic route in Hilia, remember to walk with intention. Otherwise, you might inadvertently become the star of a very strange law enforcement tale. Unbelievable innovation for gamers with disabilities. The quad stick is an incredible device designed for individuals with limited hand mobility, enabling them to enjoy video games using just their mouths. Imagine a gaming world where everyone can join in on the fun, regardless of physical challenges. The quad stick features a simple yet effective design that includes a joystick controlled by the user's mouth, along with buttons activated by sipping or puffing air. This unique setup allows players to navigate games, aim, and execute commands, leveling the playing field. Developed with input from gamers themselves, it's all about creating an accessible experience in a genre that can sometimes feel exclusive. The quad stick has opened up new possibilities for many, giving them independence and the thrill of gaming. It's not just about play, it's about connection, competition, and community. So whether you're a casual player or a hardcore gamer, how exciting is it that technology like this makes it possible for everyone to experience the joy of gaming? Is it really true that Schönbrunn Palace holds secrets? This stunning palace in Austria is steeped in history, particularly with its connection to the Habsburg dynasty. Constructed in the 18th century, it has hosted emperors like Maria Theresa, who played a crucial role in shaping European politics. The palace isn't just about grand rooms and beautiful gardens. It's also home to the Tiergarten Schönbrunn, the oldest zoo in the world. Founded in 1752 by Emperor Francis I, the zoo has continually enchanted visitors with its diverse range of animals and conservation efforts. Imagine strolling through the palace grounds and imagining the emperors who walked there, while at the same time, you can witness creatures from around the globe. Both the palace and the zoo blend history and nature, making them essential stops for anyone exploring Austria. Could there be a richer experience to discover the past? Believe it or not, you can print human organs. Recent advances in science have taken a giant leap forward with the ability to create human tissues, including skin and even hearts, using living cells. This groundbreaking technology works by layering bioprinted cells to form complex structures that mimic natural tissues. Imagine a future where people no longer wait years for a transplant due to organ shortages. Instead, doctors could produce needed organs on demand, tailored to each patient's unique biological makeup. This innovation not only promises to save countless lives, but also reduces the chances of organ rejection, since the printed tissues can be made from the patient's own cells. As researchers continue to explore the potential of bioprinting, we are edging closer to a world where organ transplants could become a thing of the past. How exciting is the future of medicine? Why exactly does Facebook track our online activity? Facebook monitors users' online behavior, digging deep into details like IP addresses and the specific URLs visited, even when someone isn't logged in. This means that when you browse the web, Facebook is still watching, collecting data about your interests and habits. The aim? To personalize your experience and serve you targeted ads. However, many people are uncomfortable with this level of surveillance. It raises serious questions about online privacy and who holds the power to access and use our personal data. Are we sacrificing our privacy for convenience and tailored content? With data breaches becoming more common, it's essential to stay informed about how our information is used and what steps we can take to protect ourselves. It's a fine line between useful services and invasive tracking in the digital age. Let's uncover the truth about goldfish vision. Goldfish possess an incredible ability that sets them apart from us. They can see light beyond the human spectrum. Unlike humans, who can only see visible light, goldfish can detect infrared and ultraviolet light. This extraordinary talent means they are experiencing a world bursting with vibrant colors and patterns that we simply can't imagine. Imagine seeing colors like neon pinks or deep blues that are invisible to our eyes. This heightened sense of vision helps goldfish navigate their environments, find food, and even communicate with each other through color changes and markings. So the next time you glance at a goldfish swimming in a bowl, remember that it's seeing a dazzling array of colors, transforming its underwater home into a vibrant wonderland that we are blissfully unaware of. Why exactly does coffee serve up legal battles? The infamous hot coffee lawsuit is a classic example of how consumer safety intersects with corporate responsibility. In 1992, Stella Liebeck spilled a cup of McDonald's coffee on herself, suffering severe burns. She claimed the coffee was excessively hot and unfit for consumption. When she took her case to court, it not only sparked a media firestorm, but also raised questions about how companies should prioritize consumer safety. The jury awarded her money for medical expenses and pain and suffering, highlighting that businesses can be held accountable for their products. As a result, this case made many people think twice about the safety of hot beverages and influenced how coffee is served in restaurants. It served as a landmark moment in product liability law, urging all companies to balance profit with responsibility. So how do we ensure our favorite drinks are safe to enjoy? Did you know Curiosity rover sang to itself? On August 5, 2013, the Curiosity rover marked a special milestone, its first birthday on Mars. To celebrate, this incredible robotic explorer performed a little celebration by playing Happy Birthday to itself. Imagine being a robot on a distant planet, surrounded by endless red dust and rocky terrain, with no friends or humans around. Curiosity's cheerful tune highlighted its lonely existence while showcasing the amazing technology behind its mission. Designed to investigate Mars's geology and search for signs of past life, Curiosity has sent back stunning images and valuable data since it landed in 2012. The birthday song was not just a fun moment. It also reminded us of the rover's important role in our quest to understand the mysteries of the universe. What other surprises might this adventurous rover have in store for us? Can you lick your own nose? Explore the Gorlin sign. Believe it or not, only about 5% of people can actually pull off this unusual trick. Known as the Gorlin sign, this ability is often linked to hypermobility or having an unusually long tongue. Fascinatingly, these traits can stem from genetic factors or connective tissue disorders, like Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. While it might seem like a quirky party trick, the Gorlin sign shines a light on the astonishing diversity of human anatomy. Researchers are captivated by these unique abilities, studying them to understand human flexibility and genetics better. They've uncovered that traits like this contribute to our overall understanding of biology and evolution, allowing us to appreciate how small variations can have larger implications. So the next time you see someone attempting to lick their nose, remember that this seemingly simple feat reveals a whole lot about the complexity and adaptability of our bodies. Have you ever thought crying could boost happiness? Believe it or not, tears can actually help lift your mood. When you cry, your body releases endorphins, which are chemicals that act as natural pain relievers and mood enhancers. This means that shedding a few tears doesn't just relieve emotional stress, but can also lead to a sense of happiness afterward. Think about those times when you felt lighter or even rejuvenated after a good cry, whether it was during a sad movie or a tough moment in life. These endorphins help combat feelings of sadness and anxiety, providing a comforting effect. In fact, scientists have studied the benefits of crying, showing that it can release pent-up emotions and create a sense of relief. Next time you feel overwhelmed, remember that it's okay to let it out. Embracing those tears might just pave the way for a brighter mood and a renewed sense of joy. So are you ready to embrace the power of crying? Did you know medieval medicine drilled holes in skulls? In medieval times, people often turned to trepanation as a treatment for severe migraines. This fascinating yet shocking procedure involved drilling a hole in a person's skull with the belief that it would relieve intense headaches by letting out evil spirits or pressure within the brain. Imagine the fear and desperation leading someone to undergo such drastic measures. While today we have advanced medical options, like pain relievers and preventive treatments, this historical practice shows how far we've come in understanding health in the human body. Trepanation was not only thought to cure migraines, but was also used for other ailments, hinting at the limited medical knowledge of the era. Many cultures perform this procedure, sometimes successfully, which adds an interesting layer to the history of medicine. It reminds us how important it is to base our medical practices on solid scientific evidence rather than outdated beliefs. Isn't it incredible to see how our approach to health has evolved over the centuries? Here's a wild fact about Kemper's dark life. Edmund Kemper, a notorious serial killer, took the lives of 6 young female college students, along with his grandparents and mother during the 1960s and 1970s. What makes his story even more chilling is his intelligence. He was known for his large size and brilliant mind. Standing at 6 feet 9 inches tall, Kemper used his physicality to carry out his heinous acts, often luring victims with his charm. Despite his horrific actions, he displayed a fascinating ability to articulate his thoughts and feelings. This led to him becoming a pivotal subject in criminology studies, illustrating the complexities of criminal psychology. His case raises many questions about the connection between intelligence and violence. How can someone so intelligent commit such atrocities? Understanding Kemper's psyche and motives helps shed light on the dark corners of human behavior. Is it really true that burgers can cost $5,000? The Golden Boy, crafted by the talented chef Robert John, holds the title for the world's most expensive burger, and it's packed with some of the finest ingredients imaginable. This luxurious creation features Wagyu beef, known for its incredible marbling and tenderness, along with indulgent beluga caviar for a salty pop. Adding to the opulence, it includes Iberian ham, which is highly prized for its rich flavor, and succulent lobster. To elevate the taste even further, Chef John incorporates white truffle, a rare delicacy prized for its earthy aroma. The unique blend also features remaker cheese and a dash of Japanese soy sauce, tying all these luxurious flavors together. Each ingredient plays a role in making this burger not only a meal, but an extravagant culinary experience. Who knew that a simple burger could reach such dizzying heights in gourmet dining? Did you know more plastic flamingos exist than real ones? It may sound outrageous, but in the United States, the number of iconic pink plastic lawn flamingos far surpasses the actual flamingo population. To put it in perspective, there are an estimated 20 million plastic flamingos gracing gardens and yards across the country, while only about 50,000 real flamingos inhabit Florida's wetlands. Originally created in the 1950s by sculptor Don Featherstone, these colorful plastic birds quickly became an enduring symbol of American yard culture, often bringing a whimsical flair and a touch of nostalgia to suburban landscapes. Their popularity soared as people embraced them as quirky decorations, leading to a phenomenon where their plastic counterparts outnumbered living flamingos by a staggering margin. This quirky fact highlights not just the creativity in lawn ornamentation, but also serves as a reminder of the fascination and joy that simple, fun objects can bring to everyday life. So next time you spot a plastic flamingo, consider just how many of them are out there compared to their feathered friends. Believe it or not, head-banging burns calories. Banging your head against a wall for 1 hour can actually torch around 150 calories. Sounds wild, right? However, this unconventional method isn't just unusual, it can also be risky, leading to brain injuries and other serious problems. Instead, why not swap out this peculiar calorie-burning technique for something far safer and more enjoyable? Taking a brisk 45-minute walk with your dog not only allows you to burn the same amount of calories but also enhances your furry friend's health and happiness. Plus, walking outdoors brings benefits like fresh air and a change of scenery, improving your mood and well-being. So while the idea of headbanging as exercise might catch your attention, the joy and safety of a dog walk are hard to beat. Why not grab your pup and hit the trails instead? Have you ever wondered why some fruits surprise us? Botanically speaking, fruits like pumpkins, watermelons, avocados, and bananas are actually classified as berries. This might sound strange, but the definition of a berry is quite specific. A true berry is a fruit that develops from a single ovary and contains seeds embedded in the flesh. So, while we think of strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries as berries, they actually fall into a different category called aggregate fruits. These fruits form from multiple ovaries, making them distinct from true berries. The world of fruits can be quite confusing, as surprising classifications like this remind us of the incredible variety and complexity of plant life. So next time you enjoy a slice of watermelon or a bowl of guacamole, just remember that you're savoring a berry in disguise. Guess what really drives Jessie J's success? Jessica Ellen Cornish, known as Jessie J, has captivated us with her powerful voice and dynamic performances. But did you know her full name holds a bit of her personal story? Born in 1988 in London, she grew up dreaming of stardom while facing challenges that shaped her determination. Jessie J began singing at a young age, performing in school plays and talent shows. Her unique style blends pop, R&B, and hip-hop, allowing her to stand out in the crowded music scene. She rose to fame with hits like Price Tag and Domino, showcasing her ability to tackle catchy tunes while sharing meaningful messages. As someone who has openly battled with anxiety and health issues, Jessie J inspires fans not just with her music but also with her resilience and authenticity. So when you listen to her songs, remember there's a deep story behind the name Jessica Ellen Cornish. Turns out, the truth is that TVs were banned. The inventor of the television, Philo Farnsworth, surprisingly decided not to have a TV in his own home. This intriguing choice highlights how even brilliant minds like Farnsworth can have conflicting views about their inventions. While many people were excited to bring this revolutionary technology into their lives during the mid-20th century, Farnsworth believed that television could be detrimental, particularly to family time and personal relationships. By avoiding a TV at home, he emphasized the importance of connecting with loved ones and engaging in other activities that promote healthy interactions. It's fascinating to consider how the creator of this entertainment medium wanted to step back from it himself. What does this say about our own relationships with technology? Are we using it wisely or letting it take over our lives? Ever thought about why buttons are so fascinating? Buttons boast a captivating history that stretches back thousands of years. The earliest buttons were discovered in ancient Egyptian archaeological sites, crafted from materials like stone, bone, and ivory. Initially, these small items served primarily as decorative ornaments, showcasing wealth and status. However, as fashion evolved, buttons transformed into essential functional accessories, elegantly securing garments and allowing for better fitting. This revolution in clothing design changed how people dressed, making outfits more practical and stylish. The ingenious design of buttons also inspired countless variations, including the snap button and the toggle, each adding unique flair to our wardrobes. Today, we hardly notice how much we rely on buttons, whether they're fastening our favorite jacket or adding a pop of color to our shirts. Isn't it amazing how such a small object has played a huge role in fashion throughout history? What if I told you bamboo grows 35 inches daily? This remarkable plant isn't just a pretty face. It belongs to the grass family. That's right, bamboo is classified as grass, which surprises many people. These incredible plants are known for their fast growth, with certain species able to shoot up an astonishing 35 inches in just 24 hours. Imagine resting under a bamboo grove and awakening to a transformed landscape, surrounded by towering stalks that seem to have sprouted overnight. This rapid growth makes bamboo a vital resource in many cultures, used for everything from building materials to delicious dishes. Plus, it plays a significant role in the environment by absorbing carbon dioxide and providing oxygen. So next time you see bamboo, remember it's not just beautiful, it's a powerful plant that keeps on growing. Isn't nature amazing? Let's uncover the truth about the Leptotyphlops carle. This remarkably tiny snake measures just 10 centimeters long, which means it can fit comfortably into a teaspoon. Discovered in the lush island of Barbados, the Leptotyphlops carle not only amazes with its size, but also proudly holds the title of the smallest known snake among the over 3,100 snake species identified worldwide. Unlike many of its larger, more famous relatives, this little guy is burrowing and spends most of its time underground, often slipping through the soil in search of tiny prey like insects and worms. Its slender, smooth body is perfectly adapted to its environment, allowing it to navigate with ease. Despite its size, the Leptotyphlops carle plays a significant role in its ecosystem by controlling pest populations. Its discovery highlights the amazing diversity of life on our planet, reminding us that even the smallest creatures can have a big impact. So next time you think about snakes, remember this tiny wonder and the incredible secrets of nature waiting to be explored. This might surprise you. The beast of Gévaudan, a mysterious creature, terrorized the rural areas of France during the 18th century, leading to the deaths of more than 100 people. Historians believe the beast roamed the countryside between 1764 and 1767, striking fear into the hearts of villagers. Eyewitnesses described it as a large animal, resembling a wolf, but much larger and more ferocious. Despite several hunts by local hunters and even soldiers sent by the king, the true nature of the beast was never confirmed. Was it an extraordinary wolf, a lion, or even a mythical creature? The French public was captivated by this mystery, with stories spreading quickly throughout the country. The panic reached a point where the beast became a legend, inspiring countless tales and adaptations in literature and media. Even today, people still debate its existence, making the beast of Gévaudan a fascinating chapter in French folklore. What do you think it was? An animal or something more sinister? Hard to believe, but lettuce is a sunflower relative. You might think of lettuce as just a salad staple, but it actually belongs to the Asteraceae family, which is better known as the sunflower family. This group is huge, featuring over 23,000 species, including not just sunflowers but also daisies, asters, and even artichokes. Imagine biting into a crisp, refreshing lettuce leaf and knowing it shares family ties with those bright, cheerful sunflowers swaying in the field. Lettuce, with its tender leaves and mild flavor, offers a delightful contrast to the bold hues and textures of sunflowers. Within the sunflower family, lettuce is classified under the Lactuca genus, which showcases various types from crisp romaine to delicate butterhead. It's fascinating to think about how this humble green connects to such a diverse family in the plant kingdom. Next time you enjoy a crunchy salad, remember that a little sunflower power is on your plate. Guess what really drives substance durability? When we think about materials that last, one prominent example is concrete, a mixture that's been used for thousands of years. From the ancient Roman structures like the Pantheon to modern skyscrapers, concrete has proven its strength and longevity. Its unique composition, made from cement, water, and aggregates, allows it to endure harsh weather and heavy loads, making it an essential part of construction worldwide. Interestingly, the durability of concrete stems from a chemical process known as hydration, where water reacts with cement to form a solid mass. This not only creates a strong bond, but also allows for versatility in building designs. Moreover, researchers are exploring ways to enhance concrete's lifespan further by adding different materials and developing new mixtures. Think of all the bridges, roads, and buildings we see every day. Most of them rely on concrete. As we continue to innovate and improve on this ancient material, it raises a fascinating question about how our structures will evolve and whether we'll find even more durable options in the future.